Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Thursday. Wow, those clouds look rather dark and as though it's about to just throw it down, don't they? We're in Basel and we're headed to Corsica this afternoon. Hopefully we'll get there before dark, because otherwise things could become a bit complicated depending on how the wind is. We are tipped at the moment to do a really nice approach, a circling approach, not something we often do on the channel, so something I'm certainly going to have to quickly brush up on. It's actually a visual prescribed tracks approach, so we are, if you think of an approach into Funchal, Madeira, that kind of thing, very similar to that. The difference is this time we're not surrounded by the ocean, we're surrounded by lots of terrain. So even more important that we get this right. Hopefully all will be good and it'll be a fun approach. The flight time is only around 1 hour, so we're going to get ourselves set up, get going, and we've also got some air traffic control knocking about as well here today. So that's quite nice. So keeping the theme of the week seems to have been approaches where we've had to think a little bit. We had Madeira, of course, and before that we had Nice 22 right, which again was a nice visual approach. This one as well, if the wind stays how it is, could also be a lovely visual approach as well. So welcome to our viewers, welcome if you're watching on Twitch, and of course if you're watching on YouTube, the operational flight plan is pinned into the chat. So hope you are hope you're all doing very well. Hey Wally, good morning to you. Hey Carl, hey Sean, good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Barry is here as well. Barry Barton, good afternoon, sir. Right, let's get on board, shall we? We'll start setting things up. I've been in a little bit of a rush really to get this all sorted, so I've not even been through the operational flight plan, so I'm going to have to go through that with you guys as well. Say the flight time's only about 1 hour, but I don't want to be too long before we're getting away. What is it now? It's just gone 3 o'clock local time where I am, and yeah, need my tea later. Hey Mark, good to see you. I think I'm on cooking duty tonight as well, so definitely don't want to keep the family waiting. Right, let's quickly look through the operational flight plan, then work out what fuel and things we're going to take, then we'll listen to the 80s and start setting the aircraft up. It's currently set to its turnaround state, so we'll go through that in a moment. But yeah, I've not even seen this yet. So right, payload just over 14 tons. That's fine. Looking to land at around 61 tons. Cost index of 4350. A little tailwind as well helping us down there. That's nice. Oh, Nice is the alternate, and that's where we were earlier on in the week, wasn't it? Flight time 1 hour 10 minutes. There we are. Plug fuel 5.7 tons, and quick look through the flight routing. So yeah, you can see just as we're coming in, we fly pretty close to Geneva and Milan, and that. So we'll cross the Alps as well if the weather's nice. We'll get some nice views there too. Aerial Aviator, good afternoon, mate. Hey Sean Duff. So view of the Alps around 20 minutes into the flight, and then the Alps drop away, and a bit further forward let's have a look then what we've got with regards to the weather. So another decent crosswind to contend with as well. So yeah, there you are, nice crosswind landing as well. This could be interesting. Now it says RNAV approach here. Well, Easyjet, I don't think we're authorised to do the RNAV approach. So it's an RMP AR authorisation required, and where we don't have authorisation, so we have to do the visual approach. But I'll talk about that a little bit more in the cruise. Visibility at Nice, etc. That's all fine. Winds look a little nicer as well. So yeah, what else we got? We've got Pisa as well. That's okay. So all the alternates look fine. That's great. Let's have a look at the forecast then. So Napoleon Bonaparte Airport. Visibility is good. That is what we need. If the visibility was low, then we really would be struggling to get in, I think. Winds are looking to become 080 at 5. Now that's interesting, because if the winds do turn 080 at 5, then we've got the much more straightforward approach, and we get a nice ILS approach there. Still interesting things to think about with the ILS approach, because if anything goes wrong and we have to go around, the go around I think is a bit of a pain. It's just because of the terrain. If you don't know where this airport is, quickly Google it, and you'll be able to see it, I'm sure. So that's all right. Winds at the moment 270 at 11. So yeah, that's favouring runway 20, which is the really scenic approach. And everything here looks fine as well with Nice, so no concerns getting into Nice either. And Davis, thank you for the follow. I'm using the Fenix A320 for our aircraft today, which is why we've got the tablet flight pad. So what extra fuel are we going to take? To be honest, probably not that much. So yeah, there you go. There's our flight routing. There's a hint of a jet stream, hence the tailwind. Carl B, good afternoon. So there's the winds. Yeah, oh, there's the Alps. But that's our side profile. Right, what we're going to take extra fuel wise? Well, we can probably take, let's take an extra half ton. That's just in case, you know, we're waiting for the winds to turn around or whatever, if it's gone dark for whatever reason, because we actually can't get it on runway 20 in the dark at night time. It's prohibited. So let's take 6.2. Yeah, we're going to take 6.2 tons of fuel. And we'll start getting those loaded on in a little bit. Right, let's do the ATIS, then we'll start getting everything set up, start getting the APU on, passengers on board, etc. and all that stuff. So, ATIS is 127875.
Confirm on initial contact that you have received information, Charlie. Bonjour. This is Euro Basel Mulhouse Freiburg Airport information, Charlie, recorded at 1430 UTC. Landing runway 15, takeoff 15. Expected approach, expected departure 7 Sierra. Transition level 60. Wind 200 degrees, 4 knots. Visibility 9999 meters. Clouds. Broken 2,200 feet. Broken 2,700 feet. Overcast 6,000 feet. Temperature 1, dew point -2. QNH 1009. Confirm on initial contact that you have received information, Charlie.
Right, that's everything we need to know then. So, QNH is 1009, that's fine. In fact, let's just do the sort of the after power flows, make sure we've got that nav logo lights there on Accu brake pressure. Let's just top that up a little bit using the yellow pump. Flaps are retracted, spoilers disarmed. What was that? Spoiler 3, Cat 3 dual, yeah, that's okay. Once the engines are running, that'll dissipate. That's fine, and parking brake is on. The acupressure looks far better now, so let's get that in as well. Comrade Parrot and Davis, yeah, guys, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. So they're turned off. It's starting to get dark, actually, isn't it? These overcast clouds. We'll just throw a bit of light on, so it's not quite as dark and gloomy. So 1009 is fine. Should have guard frequency 1215. That's all good. Switching panels good. Thrust levers, engine masters, engine motor selector. That's fine as well. Landing gear is down, which is important. Obviously, you can't actually force it up whilst you're on the ground, but even so, better to be safe. Flight temperature on 1009 is fine, and our initial climb I think today is going to be 7,000 feet. Good. So we've already been through and told the refuelers what we want to do with regards to what we want with regards to fuel, etc. So let me just update it in here. We're going to take 6.2 tons. There we are. I will get that on in a moment. Let's set up the box then. So yeah, Atsu. AOC menu. Oh, that's done. Ignore me. I've done that. So IRS 3.5 greens. Aircraft status. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, ACARS request. Hey Arthur, hey DRD. Panseer Ducket, do I use a flight stick? Yeah, I'm using the Thrustmaster TCA Captain's Pack, which is phenomenal with this aircraft. Okay, so I want to start getting people on. I want to get away from here as soon as we can. It looks like it's about to start raining though. Look at this. We might use wet figures. In fact, I can see rain on the windscreen. Look. There we go. Yeah, it's starting to rain, so we're going to be using wet figures. Right, it's cold as well, so using anti-ice as well for departure. Alright, a little bit more about that in a moment. So, APU master on 1, 2, 3. There we are. Christopher Humber says, long time fan, first time live viewer. Just want to say, huge fan. Videos have helped me a lot in learning to fly Microsoft Flight Simulator. Christopher, that's awesome to hear. Really glad you're able to catch us live as well, Christian. Hopefully you can stick around and yeah, we can chat some more. Yeah, oh, here comes that rain. Look. All right, so that's the APU, and let's tell GSX to start boarding. It's well, I bet the passengers are all stood there in the terminal thinking, "Oh, come on, let us on quick before it really starts to rain." Sorry, guys. Right, I'll get the crew on and everything. In fact, I thought I just saw a bit of sleet, unless that were my eyes. Could have sworn that there was a bit of snow in that just then. Oh yeah, there. I've just seen a little bit. It's not just my eyes. Here we go. Oh, how cool is that? I didn't realize. I thought it was either one or the other in the simulator. I didn't realize you could get like a little mini mixture of both. That is awesome. And obviously, the snow falling slower than the rain. But yeah, of course it does. It does in real life. Why wouldn't it do in the simulator? It's stuff like that that really brings Microsoft Flight Simulator to life. Tiny little things, but I don't know. I get excited about that kind of stuff. Right, what's our flight number today? Right, so this is actually, it is a real route that Easyjet fly, but it's a summer route, so it's not an active route right now, but it's one that they fly in the summer. So let's get the crew on board. Cost index of 4, the ground temperature, looking at that, is 0. The tropopause is 26,740. I'm going to leave that, that's close enough. Let's get the winds. I will update it, sometimes it's a few thousand feet out, but that was literally only a couple hundred feet, so happy to leave that. Wind's done. IRS in it, that's fine, they're working. And do we have, oh, some of the signs, some of the airports in developers have got the coordinates on the signs, this one doesn't. We'll just, to save a bit of time, we'll just presume that that's correct. It usually is in the sim anyway. Right, flight level 350 minus 54, so 350 minus 54. So we're going to be flying out of runway 15, Elbeg 7 Sierra, departure, get that in. And then what we're going to do is we can't do the RNAV runway 20, we're not authorized for that. So we're going to be doing the ILS 20 and then with the visual prescribed tracks. So is that the Zulu or the Yankee? I can't remember off the top of my head. It will come in. We've got Idol and then potentially coming by Horo to pick up the ILS, and then we break off for the visual approach. So ILS Zulu, just check that out. The arrival is via the Tortu 2 November, or it should be. Have I got the wrong one in? Tortu 2 November. Why have I only got the one Sierra shown in there? Let's have a quick look. Oh, I know why. I know why. So it's yeah, runway 02. So it will be the 1 Sierra because of that approach where we've put in, and that comes in via Horo. Here we are. So we'll go through this, check that's all okay. We've got 445 miles, I've got 434 miles. That seems fine to me. That all looks good. Because if the winds drop, we will be doing this approach. This will be an ILS approach that we do. It's only if the winds are, you know, a bit too excessive that runway 20 will be used. I don't think it's that common that it's used, this one. Hey Angus McTavish, good afternoon, sir. Hope you're well. Because of us, you've bought some jam and toast tea for the weekend. Try it during the live stream. Yeah, let us know how you find it. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, it's all good, fine, and dandy. I'll clear that. All right, RadNav page. Let's get the APU bleed on, give that a minute. It really has just gone dark and gloomy, hasn't it? So, RadNav page, we've got the VOR here, which is probably my mic. Just hard tune that. There's an NDB as well, isn't there, on our departure, if I remember rightly? Is it? Is there an NDB? I might have made that up. No, there's no NDB. I'm just making things up now. Right, so the preliminary load sheet. Okay, guys, go on. You can. We can get the we can get passengers on board. I think they've started to come on board anyway, without me even telling them they can come on board. So that's a little bit naughty, isn't it? But never mind. Let's get the bleed on. Are they coming on board? Oh yeah, here they are. Look.
Cabin crew are all happy with how things are up here, so now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you.
They're all getting wet, bless them.
No problem.
Hey J Hal, good afternoon. Just landed in Innsbruck with Ginger. I'd have used an aeroplane. So let's get the load sheet, or the preliminary load sheet. Zero fuel weight is 58.3. And the zero fuel weight CFG is 30.4. Fuel for the alternate is what? Let's call that 1.6. Let's call that 1.7 tons. Bit of an extra margin there. And the takeoff CFG is 28.9. Right, 6.0 tons, so 6 tons bang on. We're going to be taking 6.2. So, extra 7 minutes of thinking time. I've put a lot of fuel into the alternate there, so we're okay. Takeoff weight of 64.3, so that's just below our max landing weight, so that's nice. Accept that. Okay, performance calculations. Let's have a look. Panseed, how do I decide what routes to actually fly? You've only flown the Glasgow to Amsterdam since the only route you've ever flown. Oh, you've got a whole world out there in Microsoft Flight Simulator to enjoy. Just pick a couple of places and go for it. Yeah, it's definitely wet now, isn't it? Runway 15, wet. Hey HD, good to see you. Right, so there's the airport brief. Happy reading, off to walk the dog. Well. That's it. PM duties completely ignored. Off he goes. Cheers, mate. Config 1 not forcing toga anti-ice is on. Packs will be off. Takeoff weight was 64.3 and the takeoff CFG 28.9. Grab the live weather. There is an intersection departure here, isn't this? HD, no, I'm not planning this at night. If it's too dark, then we'll just land with a tailwind. It's only 11 knots anyway, so it's well within limits. I'm just being adventurous. Keeping up the tradition of the week. What am I looking for now? Oh. Right, this is a huge runway, so Golf or Hotel would be fine. Hotel it is. Right, 129, 140, 143. Flaps 1, flex 67. And the transition altitude is 7,000 feet. So, just confirming the speeds, 129, 140, 143, and clean is 208. That's fine. Right, engine out procedure then. Let's get sim smart for that. Where are we? Lima, Fox, Sierra Bravo. Oh, just reset the view, I think. Runway 15. I can leave this as dry because this really doesn't matter. Those of you familiar with this will know that it's a A320 Neo performance calculator, but we still can use for the the Fenix A320, the thrust acceleration values, and of course the engine out procedure. So 1864, that's fine, engine out 1864, and the secondary flight plan then, 7 miles from the Bravo Lima Mike, right turn to the Altic holding point, which is off somewhere to the west of the airfield, if I remember rightly. So, secondary flight plan, copy that active. So we've got, let's create a waypoint called EFAIL, and that's going to be Bravo Lima Mike, on our runway track, which is 152, and that's at 7 miles DME. Store that. Now we've saved it, we can pop it in the secondary flight plan. And then from there we're going to Altic. And I've just heard GSX close the doors. I keep meaning to look in the settings to see if there's a way I can prevent that. Ground services. There, open those back up because self-loading cargo wants to get the rest of their passengers on board. There we go. Check Altic is in the right place. Yep, let's enter the hold once we're there. And the inbound course is 092. Right turns. After that we'll come straight back here if we've lost an engine, so Lima, Fox, Sierra, Bravo. Arriving runway 15, sorry, that's a Zulu approach, pop that in. No stars. Altic is the VIA, that links back up nicely. Although actually, looking at that, yeah, no VIA. I think that procedure was to get us over the airfield, and that works far better with no VIA. If we've lost an engine, we don't want to be faffing around, do we? So that's all set up, and that's done. Right, box is done. All we need to do now is chat to air traffic control. So, are they still online? 1283. Just check we've got the latest status information because the weather has just changed. We've got information Delta now. QNH 1009 still the same. Lovely. Right. Rames control, good afternoon, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, stand 16 Alpha at Basel, type A320, requesting EIFR clearance is filed, and we have information Delta.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Rames control, bonjour, information Delta is correct, you are cleared to Ajaccio via LBEG 70 departure, runway 15, climb initially 7,000 feet and squawk 1,000.
Cleared via the LBEG 7 Sierra, initial climb for 70 and squawk 1000 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, readback is correct.
Right, just come off frequency then whilst we continue the setup. So I think we've still got last few passengers to get on board whilst we're doing that. Let's do the brief. So, oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's get the weather on screen, then you guys can see it. Right, there we are. So, quick chat about the weather for departure then. We can see, well, we've been sat here, it started raining and sleeting, snowing a little bit. Winds are nice and light though, 250 at 5, little crosswind from the right is where departing. Visibility is 7 kilometers. We've got light snow, few clouds, 1,600 feet, scattered 2,200, and then broken 2,800. It's freezing, literally. QNH is 1009, so we've got wet takeoff performance figures, and we've also got anti-ice on for the departure because of the weather. Weather en route is fine. Weather at the other end is fine as well. It's just we're just going to need to keep an eye on the winds and time of day, depending on if it's dark. We'll not be able to get in on runway 20, so we'll be landing with the tailwind. There is a chance that wind's going to swing around anyway, so runway 2 is going to be the preferred option. Runway 20 is the really scenic one, so that's the one I know you guys are all praying for when we get there. But yeah, the weather actually at the end is quite nice. Quick check on that, and you can see. Yeah, visibility is great. Wind 270 at 8, so it is starting to drop a little bit. We'll see what it's like when we get there. But no reason why we shouldn't be able to get in. Aircraft is still fully serviceable, nothing's bust aside from the weather radar. No times for our departure today. Threats to be aware of here in Basel for the takeoff is terrain, which is shown on this chart. There you go. So obviously we're kind of right at the eastern point of the western point, northwestern point of the Alps here. So the Alps start to get higher and higher around here. So we've got MSA 4,300 within 9 miles of the Bravo Lima Mike VOR, and actually just for situational awareness, in case anything daft does happen, we can just pop that in. So Bravo Lima Mike, throw that in there and pop a 9-mile radius in. So we've got on the navigation display a visual cue, a visual reference that this area we've got MSA of 4,300. Outside of that, it starts to get a little bit higher, doesn't it? A little bit more important and scary if we can't climb for whatever reason. All right, so that's the biggest point with regards to threats, I believe. The terrain around the airport. We've got ATC online, so that's good. Let's talk about what we expect to do with regards to our taxi and things like that. So we're parked at stand... where are we? 16 Alpha. There we go. So we're parked at stand 16 Alpha, so we'll push back and face north, presumably, then taxi out on... well, we'll get turned on to Bravo. We're going to be departing via the hotel intersection. So intersection departure, and we will be we'll have both engines started. No real reason for a single engine taxi. Shouldn't take us that long to get there. On departure, then, this is pretty straightforward as well. So it's a straight out departure, and then we make the turn once we're above 1,900 feet, but not before Sierra Bravo 515, and it's going to be a right hand turn, noise abatement 2. The initial climb is flight level 70. Transition level is 70. That first turn to the right, we do have a speed restriction of 220 until 533, so a quick check of those speeds again, so we can clean up, and we'll clean up on schedule, but let's just hold 214 rather than trundling away at 220, burning extra fuel that we don't want to burn. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The emergency brief is obviously standard Airbus emergency brief, and engine out procedure, as we have seen, is once we've shut down the engine and made that right hand turn 7 miles, then we can accelerate away and enter the hold at Altig. We'll get up there nice and safe. We'll get about 5,000 feet, that'd be good, nice and safe above that MSA, and then we're good to return back here. Right, that I think is about it. I think we've just heard the beep from the crew that the last of the passengers have got on board. So let's close the doors, then we'll start tidying the aircraft up, running checklists and things.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thank you.
Hey, Paul Kemp asks, is there a general rule as to whether you use the Zulu or the Yankee approach if both are listed? 90% of the time it's the Zulu, but there are certain airports where it is dependent on which direction you're coming from. So if you're approaching from the north or the south, etc. So just program them in, check on the navigation display and see which one looks to be correct. Fine, good. That's all done and set. Ground power is disconnected and shut off, etc. So, cockpit preparation checklist then. So, aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 6,180. We can see that's balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. Ideas, we've got 3 nav in the bar ref. QNH is 1009 set and cross-checked. Right, let's get ready to go.
Cabin crew, what about ready for pushback? So if you can get all the doors out and cross-check, thank you.
Let's get the ground crew into position, then we'll get back onto ATC. So, prepare for pushback and departure.
Impact sur Unicom 128, je vous remercie du contrôle et je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. Air France 365, bye bye.
Jet 173, you are leaving my space. Monitor Unicom onto the decimal date. Have a nice flight, over.
Final load sheets come through, 0 fuel weight and takeoff weight 64.2. That's fine. And what's the final takeoff
Jet
CFG?
173,
28.8.
Unicom onto the decimal date. Bye bye.
That's fine as well. So takeoff performance is still valid.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pas incertain.
Raise control Alpine 34 Alpha Mike stand 16 Alpha Basel request push and start please.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, push and start approved, facing north. QNH 1009.
Pushback facing north QNH 1009, thanks Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Yeah, I can see why he was a little bit undecided there. It's kind of a weird angle that we're in, so we're going to be pushing back facing in completely the other direction. So our tail will swing to the right. So beacon light on, transponder on, acupressure's in the green, and the before takeoff. Before start checklist. So the parking brake is off. Correction, on.
Jet 052.
Takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EPA phones are
567.
silent, flight mode, etc. Doors are closed and armed, and the beacon light is on.
Correct.
Release parking brakes.
And parking brake released.
Starting push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Hey Kittrick Valma, is the call sign an actual call sign or a flight number? Right, so this is a real flight. It's a route that Easyjet fly, but only in the summer. So we've kind of got our own default call sign for this just now. Right, so engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine 1. I'm liking the way these clouds are rolling and there's just little flurries of snow in the air. I think that's a really neat little touch to the weather. If you're enjoying being with us and for the flight, then please do hit the like button on the stream.
Hotel Oscar Charlie.
It makes a big difference to us, so really would appreciate that. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we
Pretty
take you
certain
through
that's
the
not meant
safety
to be there.
procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets.
Direct Hotel Oscar Charlie, Vector 056.
Brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the
Parking brake
front
set.
of the cabin.
We have a good engine
Floor
start.
lighting will
You can
guide you to an
disconnect.
exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you.
Oh yeah, there's no
In an
like button on
emergency,
Twitch.
leave all cabin baggage
There is on YouTube
board.
though.
Your seatbelt is fastened. adjusted.
Right, engine 1's available,
released
happy,
as shown.
stabilised. Let's start
It must be
engine
fastened when
number
the seatbelt
2.
signs are on.
Speedbird 890, Rance Control, bonjour.
Hey, Tom.
5,
If the air supply
6,
fails,
Good timing indeed.
5.
drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
I think
Put
we're the
mask
only ones
over
at this
your
airport
nose
today.
and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust.
What is that? Is that
Put
just
on
a...
your own mask
Oh, it's
before
a
helping
raindrop.
others.
What on
If
earth
you
is
land
that?
on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. As the tapes around your waist
Bypass Farmont.
click together and pull the strap to adjust.
Left is clear.
Do
Right
not inflate it inside the
What's
aircraft.
our takeoff
When
trim?
outside,
28.8.
inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Right, engine 2's happy. There we go. Pins removed.
Roger,
She's
1
waving at
November,
us.
can we start descending? We have reached out to suspend.
Tomjet 14 November, descent flight level 300.
So, engine mode
Oh,
selector
320,
2.
Tomjet 1 for November.
Normal, APU's off. Anti-ice on. APU master can come off.
Speedbird 890, identified.
Spoilers.
Proceed direct to Big R.
Rudder, flaps, trim. Yeah, that's about right. And the F-start checklist. So anti-ice is engine on. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim is 28.8% and the rudder is neutral. Okay, so flight control check while I'm here. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right, full left, neutral. Hey James, thanks for subscribing. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is ready for taxi and we can depart via intersection hotel.
Alpine 34, Alpha Mike, taxi holding point hotel runway 15 via Alpha and Bravo, report 24 departure.
Alpha Bravo, hold hotel runway 15 and we'll report ready. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, well, just do a quick check. So, Alpha Bravo, turn where we want then, basically. Right, taxi lights on. Predicted wind shear, weather radar, TO config, and of course, definitely for this area, terrain radar. So we'll just ignore the tree.
Roger, 14 November, we've got a contact me from London, just confirm if you can switch.
Oh yeah, London South just connect, so you can contact London Control 129.425. Have a nice landing, over.
Just confirm, are we still supposed to be in your airspace? Because London also just said disregard.
Oh yeah, but actually you are reaching the Copix, so you can now contact him.
Roger, over to 129.45, 115, correction 14 November, thanks for the service, bye.
Bye bye.
Right, nice straight taxi. So, PEDS check. Performance, we've got wet runway, we've got anti-ice on for the engines. QNH 1009's flex departure. The engine out procedure is non-standard, 7 miles from the Bravo Lima Mike VOR. It's a right-hand turn to the hold. Get ourselves up nice and safe, 4,000 feet, before presumably we'll look to come back here depending on what's gone wrong. Departure is LX 7 Sierra, straight out departure and then a right hand turn when passing 1,900
Runner
feet.
2 Yankee Hotel, Rance Control, bonjour, identified,
And first turn will be to the
direct
right, initial climb is 7,000 feet and we've got a speed control clean up on schedule and we've got pre-selected speed for green dot. Danny, hello, how you doing? Ooh, First Officer George doesn't sound happy. Don't know if you can hear that. Although I think the entire village can hear that.
Fox Bravo, uniforme Papa Alpha, Reims Contrôle, bonjour, je vous reçois 5 sur 5.
Right, good brake check as well. There we go.
Fox Papa Alpha, je ne contrôle pas Vatry dans le secteur où vous êtes, donc dans Paris Nord, je ne contrôle que du niveau 295 jusqu'au 660.
So now, I just need to make sure we take the right... I've done this before, where I've missed a hotel on the left, because I'm not sure it's signed. Mo, will I fly the Aerosoft A320 when it comes out? Yeah, absolutely. Really looking forward to that. Guessing with the weather we've got behind us, we might not see much of those Alps. Hey, Captain Shaquille, hope you're well. Danny, I think that tree is still there. I think it is. I think that tree's still there. I think it's a Rex Accu-Seasons issue. Something to do with that. Never mind. So it's going to be a busy stream anyway once we've got ourselves up. I'm going to go through the brief for the approach. Right, I think this might be a hotel, yeah. I also can't read the signs because they're buried in the grass, look. Someone needs to come and cut the grass. Yeah, this is a hotel because the windsock's just before it, so that's the one. So the taxi checklist flight controls have been checked. Flaps are config 1. FMA is climb now blue 152 7000 blue, and the flex is 67. Radar predicted wind shear on eco memo. Takeoff no blue. EFB is stowed. Let's get that disconnected.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike holding short on hotel for runway 15, ready to go.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike from hotel lineup runway 15, wind 170 degrees, 4 knots, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 15 Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, approach path is clear, let's get all our lights on. TCAS and the packs. Lineup checklist. Cabin is secured. Takeoff runway is runway 15 via hotel. TCAS TRA and the packs 1 2 both off. So yeah, this way we just have to ignore the tree that we'll see on departure. Looks like a very wide runway, this. Can't remember how wide it is. Looks very big for 60 metres, for the normal 45 metres. Right, we're going to take off and aim for that little gap in the clouds, yeah? Right, take off. Start the chrono. 50% and 1. Percent set.
Good afternoon. I'm off 1825, flight level 13.
Happy. Manflex
Delta
SRS runway.
1825, France Control, bonjour, climb flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320.
November 1824. Air Malta 1825, direct Iberia.
Here comes the tree.
Direct Iberia.
V1.
Malta 180.
Rotate. Over the tree. Can't believe I've not destroyed it yet. Nav.
Positive red climb, gear up.
Gear up. Look at that weather. Not going to see the ground for very long, are we? So we need to pass 1900 feet and then we can begin the right hand turn. And thrust. Set. Thrust climb. Climb. There we go. Okay, a bit of manual turning, but now get the autopilot on so I can get the packs on. Oh, look how the snow's settled over here. It looks a little white, unless that might just be the glare through the clouds. But if not, that's quite neat, isn't it? Hey, Sergio.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike identified, climb flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Open climb 140 blue. There's S speed. Flap 0, spoilers disarmed. The departure out of Basel is really nice. Usually made better by the by the views, but you're not getting those today. Hey Christian, good to see you. Christian says, don't tell me we've just departed. When you started the stream, he went jogging for the first time in 2 years, coughed his lungs up, had a long shower and got himself a coffee. He was expecting I'd be on approach by now. Yeah, well, you probably only went jogging for 10 minutes, mate, so before you coughed your lungs up. That's why. Well, we'll keep that anti-ice on. Cost index 0. Let's get ourselves up a little quicker. Great time of day. I think it's going to be dark by the time we get there, which means we're going to have to do the ILS with the tailwind. So that brings its own little issues. Be fine though. Malan, thank you so much for the raid on Twitch. How you doing, guys? Okay, release the cabin crew. They can start getting the drinks ready. Panseed, what's the local time? I'm not sure. Is Basel an hour ahead of
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your
Zulu
seatbelt
time?
fastened
Yeah,
while
they
the
are. So
seatbelt
local
sign
time
on.
is 16:51.
Flight level 150.
Fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin.
Easy 777, Naras Control, bonjour, identified, climb flight level 380.
Let's clear the radnav out.
Flight level 380 East
Copy
777.
the active.
Thames Control, good evening sir, Luxair 96 Mike with you level 220.
Luxair 96 Mike, Naras Control, bonjour, squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Luxair 96 Mike.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, can, now we've gone through that turn, we can accelerate away. Get through this turn, and then that looks a bit abrupt, that turn, actually, doesn't it? Sure, it'll be fine. But then we'll, once we've done that, get through that, turn the seatbelt signs off. Pal 128, which side stick? So the side stick I'm using is the Thrustmaster TCA. There is of course the, I've forgotten what it's called now, somebody help me out. There's a very, very expensive one which is very, very close to the real thing. But we're talking quite a few £100 just for the side stick and nothing else. So I think the Thrustmaster does a sterling job.
Luxor 96 Mike identified, direct Akelu.
Luxor 96 Mike, direct Akelu.
I keep forgetting about that. You get local time there, so yeah. I looked here to see how far ahead. So yeah, they're an hour ahead. So 16:53 local time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
So what time does the sun set then?
Easy
in
777, direct Iberia.
Ajaccio?
Each will direct Iberia.
So wants to find that out for me. That would be quite useful because
Control,
if it's
good day.
dark, we can't do it.
1984, flight level 360.
Easy 1984, RAS control, bonjour, identified, direct GSX.
Techno TV on Twitch asks, are we going to see a crash sometime because it's boring? Yeah, well, that's what you want. Boarding flight's usually a safe one. Right, so sunset is 17:23 local, so that's in about,
Range control, easy 198.
that's in about half an hour, isn't it? It's going to be dark when we get there.
Easy 1984, radio check.
Yes, this is easy 1984, flight level 360.
Easy 1984, RAS control, bonjour, identified, direct GSX.
Direct GSX, easy 100.
Sergio, do I have an Instagram account for the channel? No. Too old for that. I wouldn't even know what to do. Danny, the flight is about an hour and 10 minutes, so yeah, it's going to be a good hour or so before we get there. I think it'll be dark. Because of the terrain around the place, there's not too much you can do at night time with this airport. And as Christy has just said as well, the METAR did show quite a lot of clouds, so the circling approach is probably not the way to go. Wouldn't be allowed. I wonder if, now, in real life, don't think Easyjet can do the RMP AR approach. But is this daytime? Oh yeah, see, this is daytime only as well. So.
9.34 Alpha Mike, you are leaving my airspace. Monitor Unicom 1.8. Have a nice flight, over.
Over to Unicom, thank you for the service. 134 Alpha Mike, bye bye. I think the only thing you can do.
Can I leave the cockpit?
The only thing you can do at this airport at night time is the ILS approach in. What makes the ILS approach interesting is if something goes wrong and you have to go around. So you have to you go missed 4.5 miles out. Just going to have a look. Have I got any information on the balked landing procedure here? Because that could be interesting. You don't have much space to manoeuvre. Oh, the balked landing information for runway 02. Left turn, 20 degrees, normal angle of attack, maximum 158 knots. So, yeah, basically, get that nose up. Right, we've got no ATC, so we can clear ourselves up to higher now, flight level 350, that's going to be fine. Let's continue the climb. So, thrust climb, open climb, 350 blue.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Ooh. Some bumpy air now as we approach the Alps. As per usual. Okay, so it's going to be, isn't it? It's going to be the ILS approach, but we're going to go and set some stuff up for that. I thought I heard one of the passengers screaming. It wasn't. It was one of the kids. It's okay. We've got cabin crew to deal with them today. So, 12 minutes into the flight, yeah, we'll get ourselves up to cruise, and then we'll start setting stuff up for the approach. Be interesting to see what the winds are doing when we get there, though. Oh, there we go again. Might need to get those seatbelt signs back on. Cabin crew just started serving drinks. Leanne, to be honest, those announcements, that particular announcement is out of date anyway, because they don't accept cash anymore. It's all card. So we just look through the flight plan as it is at the moment. Let's just check this out. So the arrival begins at Tortu. There it is. And brings us in and around between the terrain there. So yeah, that approach as it's keyed in is going to be the one that we do today. And yeah, we just need to go in and add a couple of things in ready for if anything went wrong. Hey Jayhawk, speak to you soon. Christian does make a good point. If I was on Instagram, all you'd see is four kids, mate, four kids destroying the house and a dog that barks at literally anything. You actually do sound like you know my dog pretty well. He barks at any stranger, but the reason he barks is because he wants that stranger to fuss him. And he doesn't stop barking until you like rub the top of his head or under his chin or anything like that. He's a very friendly dog, but he does demand attention. There's a bank of cloud here sat over the Alps. Christian, did I once tell you that on the stream? Ah, right, okay. I thought, how does Christian know my dog so well? Yeah, I mean, he will bark, and the postman will be literally the other side of the street. So you know, we're talking a couple hundred meters away, and you can't even see him. Somehow, I don't know why. Maybe our postman really stinks, but he knows he's there. So, let me just go on to the fixers page. We'll pop in DGAD. This is our Alps point, isn't it? 225 and 90. Oh, what have I done? Didn't need to do that. 19225. Clear the radius. Oh wow, our flight route today, it's not done that for a while, our flight route today actually takes us straight over the top of DGAD. Amazing. So that's our point of no return, if you like. That line then tracks almost the highest peak points of the Alps, so if we had a depressurization now, we'd turn around and go back. If we have one once we're across this, we carry on and do the descent. So if we just pass Geneva... Oh no, Geneva's further over here. But we are going to be flying straight over Milan today, so that's quite nice. About 3,000 feet to go, then we're at the top of climb. Oh, I didn't start the timer when we pushed. Well, that was naughty. Oh well. I have to hope the ACAR system doesn't fail. Oh, Talvin, thank you so much for your kind super chat. Talvin says, what breed of dog is it? Oh wow. I don't even think it has a name. I tell you what, you guys come up for the name of this breed because he's a mongrel. Okay. So his mother was a cross between a Jack Russell and a Pug. So quite small mom. That is an actual breed apparently as well. Jack Russell and a Pug. It's called a Jug. I didn't come up with that, but apparently that is a thing. But his dad, right? So his dad was a huge, big Old English sheepdog. So I think it was a lucky shot when he was conceived. Yeah, he was a yeah. So he's kind of a, I don't know, a sheep jug. whatever that is. So Teabag, he's a Heinz 57. Well, maybe, but there's only 3 actual breeds in him. There is 3 bloodlines. So, Dave Hutton, good afternoon, sir. How you doing? Hope you are well. It must be early morning where you are, isn't it, Dave? Right, we're coming up on our cruising altitude now, so do our checks in a moment. Should we get the visor down? It's not made much difference, that, has it? And Mac Alt Star. Oh, David in Newcastle. Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of someone with a name similar to yours. I'm sure that was in Australia. I bet you wish you were in Australia. Alt Cruise. To that. Right. Zip through the SD pages, make sure nothing's broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you'll be delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and should be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the aisles are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly. A reminder that Easyjet's pilot channel members are able to access free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of the flight.
Ah, beautiful. Leon says this is a cross between a Jack Russell and a Staffy. Temperament of a Jack. He thinks he's bigger than he is. Mad Max Pilot, hello my friend on Twitch, hope you're well. Right, let's start sorting some stuff out for this approach. So, we're going to be doing the ILS Zulu approach, isn't it? Is it the Zulu approach? Yeah, we're not doing this, it's going to be too dark. So the minimums, we need a bit of approach climb gradient. Yeah, that's us, that's fine, unless we've lost an engine. So minimums are going to be 955. See, that's nearly 1,000 feet above, so the minimums are quite high anyway. And we need a runway visual range of 2,400 meters. That's fine as well. Sergio, has anyone noticed about the VATSIM ownership? Yes, yeah. You can now donate to them. Yep, so that's fine. So, coming in via Horo, and that's where we'll be going back to if we need to do a bulk landing procedure. What is the missed approach, which is here, not the bulk landing procedure? Shows the aircraft is established on a climb, turn left 185 knots, 242 from the Romeo Bravo NDB, 3,000 feet. Then as directed. Basically just points you away from the land, doesn't it? Huggy Freestyle, do I prefer Phoenix or fly-by-wire? From a systems point of view, I think it's got to be the Phoenix, hasn't it? Just because things work, everything works, everything's there. You can do things. The failures as well, they're quite nice. So yeah, it's. That's not to say that we still don't fly the fly-by-wire. We do occasionally, but yeah. I'm not updating the Navigraph charts. I like the old layout, you know. I'm an old grumpy guy that doesn't like change, so it works for me. Right, just noticed something with regard to this. What were those minimums? Based on a missed approach climb gradient of more than 2.5. What are these minimums? Ah, right, okay, so these are the low climb gradients. We've obviously we're much more powerful in an Airbus. Yeah, so it's 955, that's fine. Right, we're going to go set up the box then. Oh. Aircraft's just gone a bit jerky. We've just lost some frame rates there. Don't know if you can see that on stream. Christian says Memphis scenery is already available. We now need the A330 and a FedEx delivery. Well, you know, it's funny you should say that, Christian, because when the triplets came along, we obviously wanted a 3-seater pram for them. And we looked everywhere here in the UK, even in Europe, and you either could get, I don't understand this, you could either get a triplet pram which was 3 across, so you couldn't actually fit through any doors, and when you're walking down the street you took up the entire road, let alone the path. So you could get 3 across, or you could get 3 long, which meant that, you know, the poor child that was in the front of the seat was in a different postcode to yourself because the pram was that long. The only place we could get a triplet 3-seater pram where there was 2 at the back and 1 at the front, so you know it was a nice compact, or as compact as it could be, was from America. A company in America made them, and they shipped them via FedEx. And being the kind of geek that I am, we literally, me and my son, because he's also into aircraft, we tracked the pram's logistical flight and that from the manufacturers down to Memphis, and then the flight from Memphis over to Stansted, I think it came in, and then yeah, the lorry all the way up to its delivery. So yeah, it was at that point I discovered just how big FedEx is in Memphis. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Right, let's continue setting all this up. So, let's have a look. We've got Horo and yeah, Cetafix 226. We won't be going that fast, I don't think. Let's just amend that. There we go. Insert. Platform altitude is 3,000 feet. So that's all fine. Have we got the Mr. Approach track built into here? I would imagine it is. It usually is, isn't it? Yeah, and that's what it just said. 242 from the Romeo Bravo NDB. Romeo Bravo 242. Yeah, that's good. So let's pop the other information in there. So Romeo Bravo NDB. Let's code that in. There is the Ajaccio VOR as well, Alpha Juliet Oscar. That's done. I think that's it with regards to what we need there, isn't it? Good. Okay. Happy with that. Radnav page is done. Progress page. What's the code for this place? Lima Fox Kilo Juliet. And we're on runway 02 now. Just update the cost index again. There we go. Minimums are 9. I can't read my own writing. 955. Yes, 955. I'll get a weather report as well in a moment. Fuel is 3.2. That's fine. A secondary flight plan. Right, we'll copy the active, and then what I'm also going to do is just get that port planning information again. So when we're 2.4 miles past the runway, left turn to 210. So let's build up a bit of a picture here using the fixers page. Of course, we expect not to need this, but be prepared. So Lima Fox, I've already forgotten what the code is. Kilo Juliet 02. And that runway track 022. Although, why am I using this? I could use place bearing. I could just create a waypoint, couldn't I? So if we create that waypoint, pilot waypoints, we can get rid of that now, so might as well delete it. Create a new one. So Lima Fox Kilo Juliet 02. And the bearing is 022, and it's at 2.4 miles. Store that. Fix this page. Pop that in. Then it's a left turn back towards Horo. Now Horo is also on the approach, so it's an actual waypoint. We don't need to create that one. Horo is behind, will be behind us at this point, so it's just over here. Look. So turn around, left turn, and go back to Horo and to the hold. And if we go onto the plan page now, we should see that bulked waypoint just there. So again, it's just a nice visual reference to have. There it is, look. That's where we'll make the left turn. Fine, let's get the weather and see what's happening then. So just do a weather request and see, whereabouts are we? So we'll see what's happening in Nice. Lima Fox, Mike November, send that off. And Flying Fabio, thank you so much, mate, for the rage. Good to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. Rated us with a viewership of 234. Flying Fabio, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Welcome to all our new viewers. Hope you are well. So we're just setting up for our approach and planning for hopefully things to go right, and all the stuff that we're popping in here for the boat landing procedure. Hopefully we won't need any of it, but better safe than sorry. Right, I sent off the weather request, see what's happening. See if that wind has spun around, or whether we're going to be landing with a tailwind. It'll be okay. Okay, is the weather radar working on the Fenix? No, but that's not a Fenix thing. It's a Microsoft and an Azobo thing. So yeah, it's a shame, but hopefully it'll get sorted. Hopefully it'll get sorted out. I'll have to wait and see. Right, hopefully those weather requests will have come through now. Scott says already follow on YouTube, but just adding to the Twitch. Thank you so much. Right, weather data, let's see what's happening. So the wind is 280 at 3. Yeah, a 3 knot wind. That's going to be fine for us. It's going to be too dark for the circling approach, so it wouldn't be legally allowed. Soren, welcome to the First Officer Club. Thank you so much for supporting us on YouTube, Soren. Good to see you. Hey, Fabio. Oh, shame you got to run, mate. It says great to see you streaming. Yeah, life's good. Thank you so much. Hope to speak to you again later, my friend. Thank you so much as well for the raid. Really do appreciate that. Have a good rest of your Thursday, my friend. to all our new followers on Twitch as well. Thank you so much for coming on board. Let's pop the dome light on. It's just starting to get dark, isn't it? Right, let's fill out the perf page with the data. So QNH is 1021. I can't do this sat here. I need to move over. Thrust levers are in the way. Temperature is 14. Sounds nice. Wind 280 at 3. So the smallest of tailwinds. Hey Nicotine70, good to see you. And Top Pilot is you're also flying there as well. Excellent. Hey Eastbirds, didn't realise you'd come in on board, mate. Are you nearly there? Are you nearly my? Are you nearly the Easyjet millionaire? Awesome. Right, box is filled out. It's fine. Hey DRD, good to see you. Thanks for being on board today. Appreciate that. Pel van der Werf is currently approaching Amsterdam with his lovely Vision Jet. Nice. Oh, it definitely is the best time of day to fly, though, isn't it? On in Microsoft Flight Sim. That low sun, which you get so much, of course, this time of year here in the Northern Hemisphere. Doesn't seem to get up very high. Days are slowly getting longer. Right, we've got everything in. I think it's time to do the brief. Now we've got the weather. So, just... have we got... is there any ATC knocking about? Don't think there is. So we're going to be on our own for that. But that's okay. Alright then guys, let's let's do the brief. So as you can see, weather on the screen there, is that the latest weather? Let's just update that. When was that? That was 60, that was 24 minutes ago. Alright, let's quickly update this then. So that's now 330 at 3. When did that weather report come through? $16.30. That can't be right. The 13th at 16:30. That definitely can't be right. Let's let's use this one. That is so wrong. Right. 330 and the QNH as well. We'd have got that. Would have been well out, wouldn't we? Shows the importance of checking the dates and things. All right, so winds 330 at 3. The QNH is actually where are you? 1005. There we are. Set that on standby whilst we're here. Right, shall we brief the correct weather now? I've never seen the box give the wrong weather before. There you go. Top Island Twitch, dangerous approach for night time. There's not much you can do at this airport at night, to be honest. This approach, and that's about it. So now let's do the brief, the once brief to begin with. So we've got We've got a very, very, very slight crosswind, 3303, so pretty negligible really. Visibility is great, that's what we want. Few clouds, 4,900 feet. With the good visibility means we're legal to start the approach. Overcast 6,800 feet, 9 degrees, and the QNH is 1005. Let's just update the temperature as well. There you go. So that's all done. Yeah, so shouldn't be any issues with the weather for us today. Aircraft is still fully serviceable. We haven't broken anything. No times for the arrival either. All's good. Threats to be aware of. Right, well, looking at the chart there, we can see the biggest threat: terrain, and more terrain. We have it literally surrounding the airport. In fact, this is one of the very few airports I know where you land this way. So this is the active runway for landing, but the opposite runway is usually the active runway for departing, because they don't let aircraft. They do, but the preferred runway for departing is back straight out over the sea for obvious reasons. So yeah, terrain and lots more terrain. We can see we've got it to the north, we've got it to the west, a little bit down to the south as well. So that's going to be our biggest threat that we want to be aware of. MSA, as you can see, as we're coming in, 4,000 feet, but then very, very quickly down the approach it starts to rise, 6,300, and then even further out just a little bit. This is all based off the Alpha Juliet Oscar VOR, 10,800, steep terrain. So yeah, we want to be happy and stabilised. We're not happy by 4.5 miles out, then away we go. And I'll talk about the bulk landing procedure in a moment as well. So we're now going to be doing the ILS approach for runway 02 on the Tortu 1. Is it the 1 Sierra arrival? I think. I think it's the 1 Sierra arrival. I forgot what we got in the box. Yeah, total 1 Sierra arrival. And that's obviously all in. We've been through that. That's done. RadNav page is filled out. The way we're going to configure the aircraft then for this approach. Once we reach top of descent, we'll get down and we'll look to begin the descent. We'll get down to we'll pop in flight level 70, and we will let the aircraft descend in managed mode. Flight level 70, and then we'll speed constraint there at Idle. From Idle, that's where we will then come out to Horo. We'll get down no lower than 3,000 feet. Platform altitude, of course, is 3,000 feet. If we're green dot as we approach Horo, flaps 1 as we leave, then flaps 2 as we intersect the glide slope, and then yeah, just go down on the normal ILS glide slope. And it's a nice 3-degree glide. Let's have a look at the information on the airport. Have we got any information on the runway? There we go. So runway 02, 3-degree PAPIs, that's fine. We've got runway lights and 45 meters, so that's normal runway. And we'll use auto brake low as well as we land. Get that on, so that's done. When we vacate, look to vacate on hotel. If for some reason we need to, Charlie will be fine. Oh, hang on. Max wingspan is 24 meters, usable in daytime only. Right, in that case, we can't take hotel. We're going to have to roll to the end. Roll to the end will take Charlie. Don't know why we can't take hotel. That looks a bit misleading on the chart, doesn't it? It actually looks wider than Charlie. Yeah, so Charlie it is. Roll to the end, take Charlie, backtrack, park at the terminal. That's fine. Right, let's talk about the missed approach then. So the missed approach point is what, about 4.5 miles out? Yeah. And if that is the case, then we'll have to break off the approach. As you can see, as soon as we're climbing, left turn, 185 knots. That's maximum speed, of course, and just head out on the 242 radial from the Romeo Bravo, and we'll set ourselves up for another go around. If, however, if we were happy and established we're going down, and then for some reason we had to do a balk landing. Then what we do instead, the balk landing procedure is quite dangerous here because, well, we haven't got much room to play, have we, before we're headed towards the terrain. So what we would do then is when we're about 2.5 miles past the runway, we make a left turn to heading 210, and that's at a 20-degree bank angle. And we have a max speed as well for that of 158 knots. So we wouldn't clean the aircraft up, yeah. We would be quite happy to do that. We're going to do a flaps full landing, so we do this turn with go around flaps, which is basically flaps 3. And we would leave that there, and then once we were at 4,000 feet, we would get ourselves into the hold at Horo. Hold at 4,000, set ourselves up for that. Yeah, and we'd need to keep at least config 2. I've said I wanted a config 3, so we don't accelerate. We just get ourselves up and away from the terrain. German Flight Sim says the visual approach at runway 20 is fun. We should try that. The problem is that you can't do anything at this airport when it's dark. So the sun's starting to drop now. It's a bit cloudy there as well. In fact, it's overcast at 6,800 feet, so it's going to be very dark when we get there. That essentially means that all bets are off with regards to runway 20. Top of descent is in about 20 miles time. SS says, guess you can't put 777 into that airport. I mean, the runway's long enough. It's about 2.5 kilometres, just short of that, 2.4 kilometres. So short triple. I don't know the information on a triple session, but yeah. I'm certainly getting from that. Yash, good morning from Seattle. Hope you're well. I could just do with a biscuit or something. Just keep the hunger pangs at bay. How I wish this button actually worked. Oscar, is an RMP approach? No, it's not. It's ILS. So this week, what we've done the RMP authorization required approach into Madeira. We did that yesterday. That was really nice and new for me as well because Easyjet have only just been allowed to do that recently. So that was new. And earlier on in the week, the runways favoured runways 22 at Nice, which is a nice visual segment as well for the approach. So we did that at night. So that was good fun. Alright, Scott on Twitch, thank you so much for the follow and for all the other guys that have recently followed us as well. So Nicotine, friend to all, Kodux, Lanx Missile, Marco, Canada Fly, Scobby, Reese Chandler, Mythic Sim Pilot, Super Typhoon, PhD, IPO, Grisello, Zulu. Thank you so much, guys. And Star, hey from Chicago. How's the Windy City? Before I forget, let's dim those cabin lights. Star says you're getting good weather for January. Is it warm? It's been absolutely freezing here the last couple of days, but last week it was something crazy like 14 degrees. I've never known anything like it. Right, so we're going to get down. Flight level 70. We'll pop that in open descent for the time being. So thrust idle, open descent, 70 blue. And down we go. Star says you've not had snow for a while there in Chicago, which isn't usual. Yeah, me and my wife were talking about this the other day. So a couple of years ago, we bought the kids a sledge. Hasn't snowed since. I feel personally responsible for the lack of snow in this country. Eastbirds, have you broken through your 1 million ceiling yet? Top pilot, you're coming in after us, Ryanair. Oh, just bat you guys out of the way. Alright, selected speed 170. Just get back on that profile. Profile looks good there. Let's pop into managed. So, descent, and have we got ATC? 12465. It's Marseille control, I think.
Soleil 70 Mike Foxtrot, clear to Madrid ready, Perpignan, 6 November departure runway 30 right, climb flight level 70, squawk is 5601.
I reckon this frequency is going to be very busy.
Soleil 70 Mike Foxtrot, is that correct?
Marseille control, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, descending, passing flight level 280 for flight level 70, expecting the total 1 Sierra ILS 02.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike Marseille, bonjour, identify descent flight level 150, expect ILS 002.
Descent flight level 150 and expecting the ILS from 02, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Marseille control hello, Wizard 45 Hotel, inbound XCL flight level 360.
Session clearing Marseille, bonjour, squawk ident, please.
Squawk ident, Wizard 45 Hotel.
Yeah, so obviously you can see the
the
Isle of Corsica, where you don't want to be messing around in the dark.
1000 45 Hotel.
Let's get the charts up on here.
Wizard 45 Hotel, identify, thank you.
So we need chart number... where is it? Total 1 Sierra.
Transavia 557, with you descending to 4,000 feet, ILS approach, runway 04 left.
557 Marseille, bonjour, expect RNP Alpha approach runway 04 left and right heading 180.
Yes, Nice don't like the ILS approach.
Repeat, please, Transavia 557.
557 right heading 180, expect RNP Alpha approach runway 04 left.
Change heading to right.
Come on, show me my chart.
0, Transavia 557.
Buffalo 70 Mike Foxtrot push and start approach Canage 1008.
Finish 1008 on push and start approach
Star, have you ever considered using IVAO? I've always been on VATSIM. I think it's always been more busy in the UK, I think, and I'm just used to it now. So why not?
Convert 5570 and to 4000 feet Canage is 1003.
Descend to 4,000 feet from Xavier 557.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
I think we've just lost the sun now. We can get rid of those. The FO doesn't need them any longer. There we are. I'll turn up the lighting a tad though. And if we turn that off, there we are. Perfect for our approach.
For Mike, decent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, 134 Alpha Mike. Oh, zoom every time. A0 blue. Right. Passing flight level 200. On our way down. Andy on YouTube says, is this all simulation? This is unbelievable. Even the air traffic control chatter is simulated. Wow, he's overwhelmed. It is indeed, Andy, yeah. But the air traffic control you can hear are actually live people on a virtual network. German Flight Sim, the seatbelt signs aren't on yet.
Convert 557 right heading 230.
Heading right 230 from Xavier 557.
Top pilot says some people on AVIO also speak French. They do on VATSIM as well sometimes. They also do in real life. Which technically they shouldn't, but they are. Aviation Bro, welcome to the First Officers Club. Thank you so much, Aviation Bro.
Bonsoir.
Appreciate your support.
Airnav 24, terima passing 280, climbing 360.
Airnav 24, Delta Lima, Marseille, bonjour, recycle squawk 1000.
Recycle squawk 1000, sorry, Airnav 24, terima.
Right, we should be on the ground for about 15 minutes or so.
Ryanair 442 at flight level 300.
Ryanair 442, Marseille, bonjour, identified, you cleared Belus 3 Romeo arrival.
Clear for the Belus 3 Romeo arrival, is that correct for Ryanair 442?
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
45 Hotel living where your space meter, you can account 122 days, you have a good evening.
122.8 with a 35 Hotel, have a nice evening, see you.
The problem with not speaking in English on ATC is that it does nothing for a pilot's situational awareness.
Les 19 kg, Marseille, bonjour, identifié, autorisé monde 6 échos pour l'arrivée, descendez niveau 150.
Monde 6 échos pour l'arrivée, on descend niveau 150.
Right, let's get those seatbelts on.
Marseille, contrôle bonjour à France 256, niveau 310.
France 256, Marseille, bonjour, identifié, direct Varec, autorisé Varec 2 Mike.
Varec 2 Mike, direct Varec, France 256.
If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. Please contact a member
Right, I'm just going to start dropping below the profile a little bit, see if we can get a nice CDA, because obviously we need to slow down. So we've got thrust eye below, open descent, still 80 blue. Oh, wind that speed back in a little while.
Consider 557, continue descent down to 3000.
So activate the approach phase, that's done.
Consider 557, descent 3000 feet.
Descent 3,000 feet, Transavia 557.
MSFS 24 Delta Lima identified, climb flight level 360, direct to Lussol.
Aviation Pro, hi mate. The announcements come from a little app called self-loading cargo.
Direct Lussol, Lima, Uniform, Sierra, Oscar, Lima.
Just see if we can dip below that profile a little bit. What temperature we got? Yeah, this is within icing range, so we're about to hit the clouds. Let's get that on. We'll start to roll that speed back. We've also got a speed restriction as well, so let's pop that into manage speed now.
Consider 70 Mike Foxtrot taxi to holding point 30 right via Mike and Tango, report ready for departure.
Not manage speed, sorry, I don't want that. I want 250.
Because you're ready for the departure.
10,000 feet, get our lights on. Just getting a little amber warming, the speed brakes are still out, that's fine. Keep those out for a little bit.
Consider 557 right turn direct to Basel, cleared RNP Alpha approach runway 0 for left.
Alright, speed brakes are away.
Apologies, I didn't get that approach right, Transavia 557.
Consider 557 right direct to Basel, cleared RNP Alpha approach runway 0 for left.
So if I just pop a 12-mile ring around here, it's 3 degree, so that should be when we're about 4,000 feet. It'll get us on the ILS. We can probably look at reducing our rate of descent in a moment. We're about to level off anyway, flight level 80. Preparing for further descent. Speed out star.
Heading right, 320, Transavia 557.
Alpha 3 Alpha Mike descent 4,000, correction 4,000, QNH 1005.
Descend altitude 4,000, QNH 1005, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. So 4,000 blue, we're on local pressure. Yeah, we definitely wouldn't have been legal to do the approach into runway 20.
And Transavia 557, are you able there in P Alpha approach runway 0 for left? Or
hey, Dan Scotland, good to see you.
For left?
So the approach checklist, bar FQNH 1005, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 9, 6, 5, set, auto brake,
unfortunately
low,
ILS is not available,
stowed.
so I can give you either FNP Alpha approach or visual approach.
Armrest down and window blind open.
Come on, get down.
You now need to be seated with your seat.
I don't get the right approach in the FMC, so I'll do the visual approach 04 left, Transavia 557.
557, roger, right heading 350, descent 2000. The runway will be at you 1 o'clock, 10 miles, reporting 5.
Right heading 350, Transavia 557.
Airnav Delta Lima requested to stop climb for 320 due to performance.
Delta Lima approved.
Alpha Charlie identified 18 miles out.
Level 320, National Delta Lima, thank you.
Actually,
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, cleared ILS approach runway 02, report established.
Cleared ILS approach runway 02, we'll report established Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Hold glide slope, lock blue, Catherine
Ryanair
Jewel, autopilot
442,
1
when
and
ready,
2.
descent flight level 180.
When ready, descend, play level 180, Ryanair 442.
Okay, right, let's start slowing down as well.
Allez, 10 kg, descendez niveau 80, prévoyez allier à la piste 33.
Perfect.
On descend niveau 8-0 et on prévoit allier l'S30, droite France pour les 10 kg.
So just hugging underneath the glide slope works nicely. Just want to see lock star first if at all possible. Flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1. Come on, give me a full house. There we go. Speed, glide slope, star, lock star. Perfect. And flaps 2. Speed's checked. Flaps 2.
Right heading 015, runway will be at 12 o'clock, report inside.
Nice little crosswind at the moment. That'll spin back from to the left, though. It'll be behind us when we land. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike established runway 02.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, the wind is 09 0 degrees 4 knots, runway 02, you are clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 02, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Did you say wind was 090? Did I hear that right? Can I just confirm that?
Today 70 Mike, Foxtrot runway 30 right, you are cleared for takeoff, wind 270 degrees 6 knots.
Chaque fois que tu vas runway sur right, translation km.
0904. Right, that wind is going to spin all the way around. This could be interesting. So the wind is currently, what, 329 at 20. It's going to spin all the way around. Could be coming from the left and then be coming from the right when we get a bit lower down. So definitely interesting. Right, let's concentrate on the approach. So remember, missed approach pointers are about 4.5 miles out. Once we're happy, we'll carry on. Balked landing if we need to. Straight out with a balked waypoint there, and then it's a left turn. Will be flaps 3, speed 210. Not speed, track 210.
And on the 557, you can descend 2,000 feet to report the runway in sight.
Alright, gear down. Spoils armed. Manage speed. Lights on. Get rid of those. Flaps 3, speed's checked. Flaps 3. And flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin is secured for landing. Go around altitudes 4,000 feet. Oh, correction. No, it was. It's 3,000 feet. So go around altitude 3,000 feet. Eco memo. Landing. No blue. Let's go. Andy, thank you so much for your kind $5 super chat. The best way to get into simulation flying. Oh wow. Purchase Microsoft Flight Simulator, and there is a lesson plan on there, and that will take you right through the basics.
Sorry, my aircraft isn't doing things right today.
24 Delta Lima, no worries, descend 280.
Look at that wind.
280, that's for the 1,000.
1,000 feet. Autopilot R5 control.
Today 70 Mike, Foxtrot identified, passing 2,500, climb to flight level 250.
So we're looking to roll to the end.
250.
We're departing left on Charlie.
From the 557, contact tower 180,
2 whites, 2 reds.
Contact tower on 118.7. Thank you for your help. Conservative 557.
Contrôle 10 Mike Kilo, descendez niveau. Correction, descendez 5000 pieds, QNH 1008.
5000 pieds, QNH 1008, translate 10 Mike Kilo.
Keep focused on those pappies. The terrain doesn't help us around here, it's just dark. Three whites, one red. It's okay.
Ryanair 442 contact.
That wind has moved, look.
131.325. Good evening.
100.
131.325. Thank you for your ATC. Have a great evening, Ryanair 442.
20. Retard. Retard.
Spoilers deployed, reverse, green, and decel. Reverse is off, manual brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, welcome to Ajaccio. Taxi left on Delta and Tango to stand 6.
Now be used. Please make sure that
Tango
you take all your
stand 6,
personal belongings
Alpine 3
with
for
you,
Alpha Mike.
checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew,
Marseille, bonjour, Alpine 42 Papa Hotel, flight level 360.
help you complete your...
Alpine 42 Papa Hotel, Marseille, bonjour, you're cleared Bellus 3 Romeo,
HD, yeah, that was a good spot. So, can we take the taxiway? It looks narrow. It does. Let me just concentrate on this, and I'll show you the chart. The quick answer is yes, but it was it did look weird, didn't it? But yes, we can take that taxiway. Let's get our lights off and tidy up. Put the light on so I can see what I'm doing. Can anyone remember what gate he said? For some reason I've not got it written down. Ah, this is the taxiway that we weren't allowed to take. I can see why now. Was it an old runway? Looks like it was at some point. Simon, thank you. Gate 6. Thought it was, but I knew you guys would be able to confirm that for me. Thank you, Mark, Christopher. If you've enjoyed that, guys, then please do leave a like if you haven't done so already. And a huge welcome and thanks to all our new Twitch viewers as well. If you did enjoy it, then please do follow.
Contrôle 10 Mike Kilo, descendez 2000 pieds, vous approchez la piste 30 droite.
So that's stand 7
Kilo autorisé
and
pour
got
l'approche de
stand
l'espace
6.
30 droite, Contrôle 10 Mike Kilo.
It's afterwards.
Marseille Control, bonjour, to reach at 1583, Boeing 737 at Lyon, request Alpha clearance to destination Zeltwig.
Jet 1583 Marseille, bonjour, clear to destination via the Resort for Sierra departure runway 17 right.
Vin, do I have a tutorial regarding the track
Clear destination
FPA with no flight director. So using the bird. Yes, I think
Climb
so.
initially level 70 and squawking 1000 to jet 1583.
To jet 1583, is that correct?
See if we can get a good parking from GSX. I doubt it. We never do get one. There we go. Right, parking brakes on. Yeah, paranoid check, everything's up. Yep. Engine 1 shut down. Engine 2. AP bleed on, seatbelt signs can come off. N1 drop below 10, we get the beacon light off. Fuel pumps.
Marseille control Bosphore Luxor 728, climbing flight level 360, passing 16.
And we'll just
Luxor 728,
come
Marseille, bonjour.
off Unicom and stand by squawk 2000. Right, job done, guys. So, yeah, sadly we couldn't get in on runway 20, far too dark. That would have been highly illegal. So, maybe next time we come here we just need to start off a little bit earlier. Or do it in the summer, of course. We did it in the summer. It'd still be bright daylight now, wouldn't it? So, a huge thank you, guys, to everyone who's joined me this afternoon on the flight. I hope you have enjoyed it. Only a short flight, about an hour's flying time, but plenty of chat and brief and things to discuss. So that was good fun as well. So looking forward to seeing you all on the next flight. Not entirely sure when that will be, as always, but you can join our Discord server where obviously we post when things will be done, etc. And yeah, I'm always on there. Chatting as well, so if you haven't done so, then do go ahead and join the Discord server. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who have donated and contributed to the channel as well and supported us, thank you so much for that. And of course to our Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members, old and new, thank you so much. And a big shout out as well to Flying Fabio for the huge raid on Twitch. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Hope you've enjoyed the channel and will follow us for the next one. I will see you all whenever, and whatever you're doing, hope you have a great Thursday night. Have a great day, everyone. See you all soon. Bye bye.